Welcome to another edition of the Davidson Football Coaches Show with Coach Paul Nichols. I'm Mark Plemmons. And Coach, really hard-hitting, tough football game on Saturday. A lot of good things just come up short.
Yeah, physical football game to be sure, Mark. I thought both sides were really physical and really pretty resilient on both sides. I mean, there was a really good ebb and flow on both sides, and really proud of our program for giving ourselves an opportunity after a number of difficult circumstances there in the fourth quarter to come out on the right side of the win column. Unfortunately, we didn't do that, but I will say this: really challenged our players heading into the game as it relates to the sideline enthusiasm, the ability to overcome some adversity and demonstrate some resilience. And I thought we did all three of those things, and really led to what I would consider a solid performance in a number of different areas. There's a lot of things we need to get cleaned up, but you know, Campbell's a heck of a football team. They're exceptionally talented at every position on the field. They're highly athletic, and really felt like our guys didn't flinch one bit and stood toe-to-toe with them and gave ourselves an opportunity to win the football game.
Coach, I know after the first two drives, it was a little slow start, but then the Cats, kind of bounced back.
Well, credit to Matt Applebaum and our entire offensive coaching staff, and most importantly our offensive players, because really they got the tempo going, and they really settled down, and really the entire day really demonstrated that they were really on their stuff and had an outstanding day. And obviously set a number of records or came close to setting some records, and boy, just tremendous performances to watch our guys strain out there and really put some good points on the board.
Coach, and you mentioned those records and some of the performances. You want to kind of run down some of those for us?
Obviously anytime you run 110 offensive plays in a game and 100 of them are real live plays, outstanding penalties or dead ball whistles, you run 100 plays in a game, that's an exceptional amount. And obviously there in the late third and fourth quarter that showed up. And I know Tyler Phelps had 60 pass attempts, which is up there first all-time or second all-time in terms of number of attempts. And you look at it, you say, well, we threw the ball every snap. Well, no, we didn't. It was 60 pass and 40 run, which is pretty balanced, and really excited about that. And obviously special teams-wise, Trevor Smith sets the all-time record here for number of field goals in a career at 35, and that's exceptional. He breaks Daniel Hank's record, who's a former teammate of mine, and so it's nice to see Trevor really over a 4-year career setting records that won't be broken anytime soon.
Coach, and that consistency and being able to kick those field goals when you need them is
Well,
important.
I tell you what, not only his field goals, Mark, but his kickoffs, the depth and the location are so important. And our kickoff coverage has dramatically improved this year, and knock on wood that we continue over the course of the next 2 weeks. But the depth and the location of a kickoff is a direct result of how well we cover, and it's not just us, it's across the board nationally, and that is a real weapon for us. And obviously anytime we get inside that 40-yard line, Trevor's been almost 100% this season, and we feel really good about that, and that's a real weapon for us.
Wesley Dougler, another big game running the football.
Well, Wes Duggar continues to impress. He is a relentless competitor, and he carries the bulk of the load, and obviously his numbers speak for themselves. And the other guy that I would mention in that same category as it relates to rushing the football is a young guy, Jalen Bolden, as well, who stepped up and had a position change, and in about 10 short days learned to play running back, and really stepped in there, and he was a vital member of the offensive scheme, and did a number of things to convert some critical third and fourth downs, and spelled Wes at times when he needed a blow, and that was a huge performance by Jalen Bolden.
Coach, and I don't even know if we mentioned this in the post game, but 3 rushing touchdowns in the red zone on Saturday.
Well, that's a huge deal. That's really been an emphasis for us the last couple of weeks, and as Trevor continues to kick field goals, that's great because there's points on the board, but obviously there's a direct correlation between trips in the red zone and touchdowns. And you saw the result of that on Saturday when we got into the red zone. Credit our players and our offensive coaches, because I thought they did a tremendous job. And I will say this, I really felt like as a program, our offensive line played as fine a performance as there has been since I've been here as the head football coach, against the #1 defense in the league as it relates to rushing defense, and the #1 team in the country as it relates to turnovers created. Their defensive front, their front seven, is exceptional, and our offensive line didn't give up 1 sack. And we did a heck of a job running the football. We put up 170 some odd yards rushing, and that's an exceptional performance, particularly when you consider we ran 100 offensive plays.
Coach, now let's talk about the demonstration guys this week.
Well, I tell you what, we had a number of award winners, and our MVP's Trevor Smith on special teams. Certainly, it's not only a career record, but also his performance in the game with his kickoffs and his field goals. Defensively, we felt like Boog Jordan did a number of things. He really forced a fumble and recovered it at a time when we had to have it.
Yep.
And he showed up, had a number of tackles and a batted ball down. And we gave our MVPs on offense to Wes Duggar, as well as the entire offensive line. Really felt like those guys stood out. And from a demonstration standpoint, boy, what a great look we got on special teams from Will Gary, freshman out of Plano, Texas. And on defense, we've really felt like Kolchik and Chase Darnell both gave us an exceptional look. And on offense, really felt like Cam Chevron did a tremendous job of demonstrating their #4 receiver, jersey #4 that is, and felt like that there was a really great correlation between our ability to play offense, defense, and special teams and the looks we received. So credit to those guys for an outstanding week of practice.
Coach, now this week the opponent is just as tough with San Diego coming to town.
Yeah, San Diego obviously is the class of the league. Right now they've won, a number of consecutive Pioneer Football League games, and they went to the national playoffs last year, and they've got exceptional talent. They're well coached, and the thing that I would say is the same thing I would tell our team, is that we just need to be the best team on the field on Saturday, not any other day of the week and not any other time of the year. And so our focus is on ourselves completely. It's about execution. It's about taking care of the football. It's about creating takeaways, winning third down, winning the red zone, and all those things, those details that really add up to a great performance as a program. And it all starts with having a great week of preparation, because there's a direct reflection between your preparation and what happens on Saturday afternoon, and we're excited for the challenge. You're right, Mark. They're an exceptionally talented team. They run great offense, defense, and kicking game schemes. They're very well coached. They're well disciplined, and it's going to be a huge challenge, Mark, but we're excited about it. We look forward to San Diego coming here, and we look forward to a great senior day on Saturday, because that's a huge opportunity for our seniors, the last time in Richardson Stadium, for 19 of them. And what a career by those 19 guys. Done a number of different things, and obviously you've been able to meet them this season in the player spotlights, and just a tremendous group of young people, and they're a direct reflection of their parents who have done a tremendous job raising them.
Absolutely, Coach. Now this is a high noon kickoff coming up on Saturday, so you need to get here early at Richardson Stadium, Stephen B. Smith Field, as San Diego comes to town. It's senior day. All the details, DavidsonWildcats.com. This has been the Davidson Football Coaches Show with Coach Paul Nichols. I'm Mark Plemmons. Thanks for joining us.